Good evening. I'd like to go ahead and call to order our monthly meeting for the Richland County Recreation Commission for February 24th, 2025. Can I get a call to order to adopt the agenda?
I'd like to make a motion to adopt the agenda for tonight.
Second,
Commissioner Christensen,
yes.
Commissioner Jacob,
Yes.
Commissioner Lapine,
Yes.
Commissioner Mobley.
Yes.
Motion approved.
And we have Anderson on the phone too, right?
Commissioner Anderson, are you on?
I'm here. Yep. I'm listening. Yes.
Commissioner Anderson?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we got you.
We gotta make sure we put his name down on that sheet so he gets credit. All right. Is there any public input tonight? Okay, can we get a financial report from Mr. Anzano?
Sure.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Hold on. Can I get a motion to adopt the minutes from the last meeting on January 27th, 2025?
I'd like to make a motion to adopt the minutes from the last meeting of January 27th, 2025.
Second.
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Christensen,
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs,
Yes.
Commissioner Lapine.
Yes.
Commissioner Mobley.
Yes.
Motion approved.
All right. Sorry, Ryan.
All right. Good evening, Chair Lapine, members of the Commission Board. I'd like to begin tonight by providing you with an update on the General and Enterprise Fund financials for the period July 1, 2024 through January 31st, 2025. Total revenues for the General Fund for the 7-month period were approximately $17.2 million. This comprised of a $5.6 million direct allocation from the state for planned facility purchase. That was the purchase of the GCC facility. The remaining $11.6 million was derived from administrative program operating revenues. Compared to $4.8 million in revenues this time last year, represents an increase of approximately $6.8 million to operating revenues. The bulk of this increase did come from the county's property tax allocation. Our total allocation did increase from last fiscal year. However, I'd attribute most of this increase to the timing of tax payments, the collections at the county level. Grant revenues were up from this time last year as we received funding for the Hopkins Pool and Playground projects in the first half of the fiscal year. Additionally, program revenues have increased from this time last year. Program revenues for the 7-month period were $610,000 compared to $458,000. Represents approximately $152,000 increase or 33%. Athletics and rec programming revenue as well as youth camp revenue were the largest driver for the increase as volume was up from the prior year. General fund expenditures for this period were $11.7 million compared to $8.3 million this time last year. Represents approximately 41% increase or $3.4 million. The biggest driver for the increase would be salaries and fringe for a number of reasons. We had the longevity payments in the first quarter of the fiscal year. We also had the impact of the COLA that was implemented back in January. We've increased seasonal hires at the beginning of the year to meet volume increases. We also filled vacancies that were not unfilled, this time last year. We also had capital improvement expenditures that were somewhat front loaded at the beginning of the fiscal year. Hopkins Pool and pool building projects. We also had final payment on the parking lots at Kaufman Road and Meadow Lake Park. As well as the demolition and replacement of playground systems at Hopkins and Bluff Road. For Linrick revenues for the current period were $610,000 compared to $609,000 this time last year. Represents approximately $1,000 increase, so it's relatively on par with where we were last year. Largest driver for the increase was pro shop sales and rentals. Enterprise fund expenditures at Linrick were $603,000 compared to $641,000 this time last year. represents approximately 6% decrease or $38,000. Capital outlay was the largest driver for the decrease as we had purchased a Fairway mower in the first half of fiscal year 24. It's not included in the slides, but in your report, I also included some financials for the new wellness center. I don't have prior year actuals to compare. However, the wellness center revenues for the current period were $464,000 through January 31st. This includes a $400,000 allocation. It was one-time funds received from the state. We also received funding due to the Recreation Commission at closing in the amount of $63,000. The remaining funds came from patrons and memberships. Expenses for this period were $112,000. The bulk of the expenses were comprised of capital improvement projects that were completed shortly after RCRC took ownership. Chiefly, that was the pool renovation that was done at the Wellness Center. Are there any questions?
Yeah, Ryan, look here, why do all 7 board members have to have their name on the First Citizens account?
So those are our signature cards. It essentially authorizes you as a signature authority on the account. You can approve of transactions essentially that occur at First Citizens Bank.
That's what that's for.
Yeah.
Okay, now, why only 2 people get to sign checks? And we on the counter, we can't sign no checks, and we don't even know who the checks are going to. So what the purpose of having us on there?
To function as a backup, essentially.
So we back up for their problem. So if they writing checks for all kind of money.
No.
And some come into a problem and we on there too, that means we're responsible, right?
No. What I mean by functioning as a backup, typically, Chairman Lapine signs the accounts payable checks. If he were unable to sign checks in a given week, one of the other board members could function as a backup to sign
The
AP
bylaws
checks.
say only the vice chair can sign if he not here. Correct.
That's correct. It would essentially go down the chain to the vice chair.
So in other words, until they get to the chain to us, let me talk about me. So to get down to the chain to me, that means that they can continue to write as many checks as they want without me knowing who they're going to until they get down to me.
I don't know that that's necessarily correct. All expenditures that are approved and signed off on by Chairman Lapine, they're included in the reports that I give on a monthly basis.
Let me give you a scenario.
Okay.
I got an account at the bank. And my son going to the bank and he's just writing all kind of checks and I don't know who he's writing them to. Who you think the bank gonna look at? My account? I'm waiting.
I'm assuming you're insinuating that you'd be personally responsible.
Is why is my name on this account and y'all writing all kinds of checks and I don't even know who they're going to. So when anything happen, that means that all 7 of us responsible for them checking accounts. And when we don't know who these checks come to, the man come to me today right now, FBI walk in the door right now, says, Mr. Mobley, who wrote this $10,000 check? You know what I'm gonna tell him? Sir, I don't know. And you know what? He gonna lock me up because I'm gonna look like a fool.
I think they locked me up. Because I signed it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, we can't just.
Well, you just don't want to be on the check. Let's move ahead. You don't want to be on the check?
No, we talking serious business.
No, I know, but you don't want to be on it, right?
Y'all been writing a lot of checks, man. And when I go to the bank, All I get is a bank statement with the large amounts of money that's been passed out to people and this and that, but ain't no names. We don't know who the money going to. That ain't gonna work for me.
So two things. One is like when I sign the checks, right? Because I have to sign. He signs them just so to explain.
So how he get to see the checks that I don't?
Because it's like for like, let's just say a referee or a dance instructor or a yoga instructor. So he'll sign, let's say it's $35, right? I have a register. He has a register, you know, and we sign off, you know, we'll sign off on that because that's how it works. I mean, that's how I guess we function as a business.
I tell you what, let's do. Let's make this simple. I'm gonna make a motion that every member of the board gets to see who the checks are being written to.
Absolutely. I mean, he can look at the register every week.
The register don't tell me who the names and who the checks
Yes, it
going out
does.
to.
It does.
It does.
Yeah, it's got the
Okay,
name.
but that's what we're gonna do. I wanna
I
make
got
a
it.
motion that every member of this board can see who those checks are being written to.
It's fine with me.
Can I get a second?
I mean, is there any, I don't,
It's three of y'all over there. Can I get a
Yeah.
second?
no, hey.
Yeah, that's in the bylaws.
It's actually four of
Just
us.
make
It's
a
four of us.
Cause
Make
Chris
a
on the
motion.
phone too.
Hmm?
Chris on the phone too.
Okay, Chris,
Yeah, make a
It's four of
motion.
us.
I made the motion.
Say it again, just so I
I
know.
want to make a motion that all the board members get an opportunity to look at who the checks are being written to.
Second,
Commissioner Anderson, Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Commissioner,
Can you hear me?
yes, we got your vote. Commissioner Christensen,
I mean, I don't understand what we're asking for. I mean, don't we already have this permission?
That's what I want to know. Doesn't James have permission to look at? Hold on a second.
Mr. Chris, we voting now. You don't,
No.
you got to vote now. That's, if we'd
Okay.
already made the motion, you got to vote. Yes or no?
I haven't said no.
I don't have the right to ask questions?
Yeah, you
He
got
was
to-
asking a question.
If the
Yes,
chair
he does.
asks for a discussion, the chair haven't asked for a discussion. So you got to vote. She asking for a vote.
Every board member have permission to come do the legislature at the discretion.
No, we're not into that right now. We're into the voting. This is the board now, okay? This is the board. The board is voting. I made a motion. The motion been second. Now we need a answer, yes or no, for Mr. Christensen, because he's up, right?
correct.
All right.
I'm not sure why we gotta pass a motion on something we already have access to.
Yes or no, man?
All right, you're gonna.
You
fully
can always abstain.
Abstain.
Okay. Commissioner Jacobs,
yes.
Commissioner Lapine,
No.
Commissioner Mobley,
Yes.
motion approved.
Okay. Any other questions, James?
I'm done with that part. I got some more coming.
Okay. All right. So. That takes care of the financial report.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ryan. We have no old business.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some old business.
It's not on the agenda, James, so
Yeah.
you don't have old business.
Finish
No,
Agenda. This is old business.
it's not old business. No, it's,
Yes,
you
it
don't.
is.
No, you don't.
Do you wanna Robert's rule me?
You just
wanna go
Robert's
with
rule
Robert's
me.
rule?
Yeah.
This is unfinished business. I have some unfinished business and it's on the agenda. Y'all got the agenda?
There's nothing on here. It says none.
It says unfinished business on here. I can use that space for unfinished business on the agenda. I am a member of the board.
I mean, unfortunately, Bob's not here.
Oh, so
Do you wanna
don't-
make it?
mean
No,
to
no,
tell
do you
me
wanna
don't
amend?
know the
I think-
rules?
Not all of them, no. I
You
don't.
don't know that I can speak now on unfinished
James,
business?
I'm telling you, amend it and say that you'd like to amend the agenda to talk about some unfinished business.
You want
we
me to
can vote
amend
on
the
it.
agenda, man?
Yes, I do,
Okay,
because it says
I
none.
want to amend the agenda so I can talk on the unfinished business, okay?
Yep. But what is it? What's the item?
I'm gonna explain what I gotta do once I get
Can't do that.
approved to do the unfinished business.
You have to let us know what the item is, because you would have to say a motion to amend the agenda to add whatever the item
Okay,
is.
okay, the motion for the agenda is to add a item from the State Ethics Commission.
Do we have a second? No second.
Chris, you on the phone? Is Chris on the phone?
Yes, he's still on the call.
I'm listening. What was that? Like, man, I'm kind of in a meeting.
Amended the agenda to talk about the State Ethics Commission.
I don't even know if we can do that. I might
Yes,
have
we
to
can
ask.
do that. Yes,
I
we
think it
can
has
do
to
that.
happen before we start.
No, we can do that.
I'm gonna ask.
We
counsel.
can do that. I know the
Yes.
rules, man. I'm here for a reason. I know what I'm doing.
That's what I'm asking.
You doing.
Yeah, that's right.
You have to post the agenda in advance of the meeting, but to amend the agenda at the meeting, I'm not sure that.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm not sure that provides proper notice for the amended agenda.
And it's supposed to, and you don't have to amend
So
the
we can-
agenda when you talking on the unfinished business. Everybody knows that, man.
So unfinished business, you can talk about whatever?
No, I'm saying.
I'm asking that question because,
The agenda just like soon.
Right.
In the midst of a meeting. Now, whether he can speak under unfinished business or not.
that's what
there's
he's trying to
nothing
ask.
Listed under there. But I don't think amending the agenda is proper at this time.
It's
We
not,
need to have proper notice of a new agenda.
it's not.
So that's what he said. It's not proper.
It's not proper. You said to amend. I told you it's not proper to amend the agenda. I told
Okay.
you I can talk on the unfinished.
No,
business.
you can't. You can call, add it to the next meeting or call a special called meeting.
Let's add it to the next meeting so we can move on.
All right. New business. Out of school programming, proposed fees.
Good evening. Let's see, my name is Renee Franks and I'm the after school and summer camp supervisor for Richland County Recreation Commission, and it was in your packet about what our fees are. We went for the previous year's fees and these are our new proposed fees. Did I have a chance to look at them?
We got-
Okay.
we good.
You want me to go ahead?
Yeah,
Huh?
you can go ahead.
Okay, all right. All right, we're going for our full summer site, full day summer sites, which are Kaufman Road, Friarsgate Park, North Springs, and Polo Road Park. The previous year was $90 a week, and we're proposing to go up to $125 per week. Playground camps, which are Blythewood, Killian, Hopkins, Meadow Lake, and St. Andrews. These camps have a free portion from 7 till 12 p.m. And then we charge like for the afternoon. That camp was previously $45 and now we're asking to go up to $90. The teen camp is at Bluff Road Park, was previously $35 per week and we're asking for a $70 per week proposed fee. Our after school site is which are Blythewood, Kaufman, Friarsgate, Hopkins, North Springs, and Polo. They were previously $45 a week. Now we're asking to go up to $75 a week. Our registration fee was $25 per child. We're asking for a $10 increase to $35 a child. And then our late payment fee was $10 per child, and now we're asking $20 per child. And most of the reason that we are asking for this is because everything has gone up. Field trips, transportation, gas, everything. So that's why we are really asking to be able to provide the quality programs that we need. We are asking to go up on the fees.
Can I ask you a question?
You sure can? Yes, sir.
How many parents you know can afford that?
Well, on the
You
average,
just told us everything is going up.
yes, sir.
So why do you think these kids' parents got the money to go up and pay more money for their child?
Well, oh, okay.
kids are kind of good, parents are kind of good. We did a comparison based on what everybody else is doing, Parks and Recreation, and we did a grassroots, bid number. You cannot function and have a call for someone can't out of school for around like 20 o'clock. Last year, we spent $26,000 for 8 weeks. This is fair, please. Can't afford it.
And so you're gonna go up all this money in one time on
Yes,
these
sir.
parents.
We have to. And we are comfortable that parents will pay for it. They paying for it at the Y, they paying for it in Lexington, they paying for it in Irmo, City of Columbia. We have to pay for it, or we will not have a quality program.
How many people tend to go to these camps in total? Is it,
Ms. Renee can answer that for last year, number.
Last year, all 10 of our sites, we did about 800 kids total. At sites like Kaufman, Friarsgate, North Springs, those tend to have larger numbers, and we do, we did 60 because we were still operating off COVID numbers. And so now this year, in order to be able to service more, we are going up on our numbers this year to be able to provide more.
I do got a question,
Mhm.
and I don't know whether this will affect us or not, but I'm sure everybody see what's going on in the news. Are any of these programs federally funded, and will, if the aid is taken away, how will it affect the programs that we have at our different parks?
Right now, we don't have any federally funded grants or anything that we're working with, but we offer our own all-in fee reduction program, which a parent can apply for. And then they just have to show us certain things like their income and everything. And if they go with our guidelines, then they get 50% off for the thing. And we are accepting ABC vouchers at certain sites.
So realistically, everything is in-house that we're taking care of from us, from out of our account,
From-
correct?
Meaning, yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And also to ensure that we can pay a proper salary to retain staff and teachers moving forward.
Mhm.
We also will be increasing our hourly salaries to make sure that we can retain quality people to run these camps. So that also plays a part in increasing the fees.
Right.
We also will be increasing the number of participants at these sites because we have a demand for it.
Gotcha.
Such as Meadow Lake, they want that to be an all-day site. That's from the community.
Right.
So we're making that out of all-day site. In order to have an all-day site, you got to pay somebody to be there 13 hours a day.
Right.
It's not gonna be for free.
so when you see like, what's the difference between a full day camp and a teen camp?
Well, the teen camp is basically for kids 13 through 16 who have aged out of our program, and we're giving them something to do with the teen camp. The teen camp does only operate until 3 p.m. And then we have a free play component from 3 to 6 for them.
So, but that's what I'm saying. So like a full day camp is a lot more hours. That's what.
Yes, sir.
price is
Yes,
more.
sir. That'll be a
And the
13
teen
to
camp
14
is
hour camp. Yeah.
Half as much almost. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
No, we don't have to make a decision on this tonight. Can we table it and come back to it?
It says action.
No, we need, we need to make a decision because we need to start advertising for summer camp. We're kind of behind the ball on this.
Okay.
So essentially, just to reiterate, that you all looked at what, let's say Lexington County Camp and City of Columbia Camp is.
Did a
And-
comparison with everybody in the metro region, Lexington, Irmo,
Mhm.
Camden, Kershaw, Fairfield, the YMCA, City of Columbia. We got the data, we got the numbers if you need them.
Okay. All right. So can we get a motion to accept the proposed changes to camp fees?
I'd like to make a motion to accept the proposed, what is it? Increase to camp fee.
Second.
Commissioner Anderson, Commissioner Anderson, Commissioner Christensen,
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs,
Yes.
Commissioner Lapine,
Yes.
Commissioner Mobley.
No,
Motion approved.
Thank
All right. Other business?
We're going to email my director's report. It should be in your package for the sake of time, so we could go ahead to our Parks of the Month.
I
Perfect.
need to talk to you, so you ain't no need to sake of time. You need to talk to the director. Okay, so you're
Floor is
you
open.
up, you up.
I'm here.
Okay, well, last year, me and you had a problem with this building right here, Park Lane Adult Activity Center, being rented out to a group of people. Everything is blacked out here that y'all gave me when y'all gave me the contract. Everything's blacked out, but the numbers ain't blacked out. Whoever it was rented the building out, this building here, they rented the Park Lane building out for the first Friday for the whole year. The policy to rent out a building in Richland County Recreation Commission. You pay half of the money down when you go and ask for the building. You pay it in full. Once you go into the building, you pay it all in full. That's the policy. Last year, these people got a contract for the whole year. They paid down. They paid down $850. They had a balance of $6,460. So that was breaking a policy. To me, that's breaking the policy. We make the policy up here. That policy was broke last year. So now what I'm getting to is those same people is renting First Friday out again. And I need to know from the director, because last year they were paying partial payments. So last year, what I want to know now, has this, well, Ryan, you too, is this been $8,000 been paid in full and a new contract has been issued? And there's a new contract been paid in full? Because I got something saying that it's been rented again and same Fridays all the way till December of next year.
That's not true. All Fridays not booked. There's some available Fridays. Ms. Reeves, come to the podium, please.
No, all of them not booked. June 6th is not booked. March 7th is not booked. And July the 4th, we close. All the rest of them booked.
Per Commissioner Mobley, Ms. Reeves, were that official contract paid in full as of December of 24?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you provide me documentation?
I have receipts.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Mobley, next question, he wants to know for this year, for the person that has reserved several First Fridays, have they done a contract?
Yes,
Have they paid their deposit?
yes,
Per our policy, aren't they allowed to pay a deposit?
yes. They have paid the deposit and they have paid their 50%.
For the dates that they book, right?
Correct.
That ain't what the policy says you have to pay in full when you go in. It don't say pay 50%. You want to see the policy here?
When
It
you
says
book,
pay in full when you go in. The day you go in, you pay in full. I've never rented a building here when I could have rented them I can get them for free. I've been there 4 years. I haven't got a free building yet. I could have got my building for free, but I ain't that kind of dude. These buildings has been misused for many years before you got him. I've seen it. These women go into that building over there and they have their little line dance parties. They get the building for free and they make money, charging people to go in. They've been doing it for many years. I tried to stop it last year and now I'm trying to stop it again because people call my phone and say, James, I tried to get First Friday for so-and-so and so-and-so. They all booked up. I said, well, I'll check and see if they booked up. I hope they done been paid up. And that's what I'm asking y'all. Has it been paid in full?
you pay, when you book the facility, you pay 50%
plus the $200 deposit. When you go in for the first one, yes, that day is paid in full. Then when you go in for the next one, then that day is paid in full. That's how our system works, and that's what the policy says.
So it's been three.
To reserve the facilities, a minimum deposit and payment in full shall be paid by the user to Richland County Recreation Commission upon the execution of agreement. But in no event less than 10 business days prior to the use period, any additional fees, charges, or expenses, including excess hourly charges and all, shall be paid to the Richland County Recreation Commission immediately upon the end of the use period.
Isn't that what they're doing?
Exactly. When you're going for the first time, you pay that off. You have that paid off before you go in the first time. The second time, you have that paid off. The third time, same thing. It goes on and on and on
So in
until it's
other words,
paid
what
off.
you telling me is that I can rent a building for the whole year and then every month before I go in, I
into
can
the
pay.
bill- Exactly.
Okay. So that's what
Exactly.
you're doing. Okay, good. I'm through. You can answer my questions.
All right.
Any more questions?
No,
Thank you.
thank you. All right, Kevin, can we do the parks? Please.
Good evening. Park of the month for this month is congratulations to Trentham Road Park. Congratulations. Congratulations to Mr. Theron Chandler, Mr. John Mueller, Ms. Katrina Ladson, Mr. Charles Gibbs, Ms. Moni Livingston, Veronica Dargan, and Ms. Diane Slah. Community Center of the Month, congratulations to Park Lane Adult Activity Center. Congratulations to Mr. Desmond Davis, Ms. Brenda Lee, Ms. Linda Scott, Mr. Ray Johnson, Mr. John J.T. Howell, Ms. Yolanda Adams Cooper, and Ms. Shantae Cleveland.
We have no executive session, so can I get a motion to adjourn?
Oh, wait, 1 second. I know we're about
Okay.
to adjourn, but I do want to say I had an opportunity to come over to the Black History Program at Park Lane last week, and Mr. JT gave me an opportunity to speak to our I don't want to call them senior citizens, but our folks with wisdom. And I had a really good time. Our seasoned people, our seasoned folks. I had a really good time. I enjoyed being with you all and continue doing the good work that you guys are doing over here.
It's nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
JT McLaughlin? Who's JT?
JT just-
All right, okay. All right, can we make a motion to adjourn?
I would like to make
Mr. Chairman, I forgot to say this earlier, Ms. Sampson, she's sitting up here, training, up under Ms. Ashley. We have no backup in case Ms. Ashley's never not here, or something come up, we won't have somebody not to be able to run the board. So Ms. Sampson is very familiar with Robert Rules of Order, she understands board protocol. So she'll be sitting up here for a while to, get a better understanding how
Perfect.
to operate the board and make sure we were functioning in a professional manner. So if you always wonder why she was up here, that's why she was up here.
Okay, thank you. Glad to have you.
That would be a time when she would probably lead it just to,
Yeah, could use you.
yeah, so.
Can you repeat that name one more time? I'm sorry.
Miss Camilla Sampson, she's our risk
Okay.
management manager.
Perfect.
Yes.
All right, great.
I have another question for you, Mr. Director. We selling assets for Richland County Recreation Commission, we selling the property, right?
Yes, sir.
Where the money going, when you sell the property, where the money going? Who's gonna benefit from selling our assets?
Pretty sure we're gonna put the money in the bank.
No, you don't know where you're gonna put the money?
He's gonna go to
I'm pretty sure
capital.
We're gonna put it in First Citizen
But I'm
account.
saying, who is benefiting from selling our assets?
You are,
You
we are.
We are the
So in other
commission.
words, when we sell property, it's coming to us.
It comes to the commission.
Yes.
For us to be able to do
And we decide what it goes.
operational matter as a board, you gonna help make decision, well, how we gonna spend it.
Okay.
We will
So,
have,
so Ryan, when you sell properties, you will put it in the financial statements, right?
we
Must
will,
be.
we will have a update for March. We got some contracts going on now. They should be ready to close
But
out.
why are you selling assets? I mean,
Land,
why?
we don't need it.
We
can't-
don't need it, you
need
selling
it.
stuff you don't need.
Which, that's absolutely right. We don't need wetland. We don't need it. We can't develop it. We can't keep the stuff we got now. I didn't buy the land, it was given, so we selling it. It was a bill passed to sell it, so we're selling it.
So if
we
it
can
was
be able
given to you, why don't you donate it to somebody
We
else?
don't need to donate if
We
we can
need-
sell it.
No problem.
Can we motion to adjourn quickly?
I would like to make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Second.
God damn.
Commissioner Anderson? Commissioner Christensen?
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs?
Yes.
Commissioner Lapine?
Yes.
Commissioner Mobley?
Yes.
Motion approved, meeting adjourned.